The following program is for entertainment or educational purposes only and may contain content for mature audiences. Discretion is advised. The Numbers Guys are not affiliated with or endorsed by any professional or collegiate sports organizations or associations, nor any sports book or other gaming outlets. We always advocate responsible gambling. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants confidential help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Ohio, call 1-800-589-9966. In Michigan, 1-800-270-3044.
Live from TNG Studio 8B in one of the farthest geographical points in the United States from sunny Las Vegas, it's the Numbers Guys Better Betting Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the number two try at
Take
the
two.
first episode of the Numbers Guys Better Betting Podcast. I'm JT. I am one of the Numbers Guys. With me to my right, your left, we got D-Dubs. Oh,
Yo,
we got Richie.
thank you.
Rich.
What's up, everybody?
How you guys doing?
Good, except apparently I'm Richie.
You
I
are
was
Richie.
not aware of this.
Yeah, we discussed this via text before, I think.
Okay.
Maybe we had some artistic license with that, and we just decided to call you Richie.
Got to start somewhere.
I don't know. But anyway, welcome. This is our first episode. We have 2 viewers now.
Hey.
Oh,
We had 0 viewers. As I said, we had a bit of a technical difficulty, which I think was D-Dub's fault.
I think I might have mussed with the
Yeah,
cords
he
underneath
He
the.
hit the cord.
Well, it was also called out by our 2 viewers. So thanks, Rachel.
Oh man. Anyway, so as I was saying once before, the reason why I think we did.
Remember that they didn't hear this.
They didn't. Oh, they did hear this before. That's true. Anyway, let me tell you a little bit about why I think we came together and decided to do the Numbers Guys Better Betting Podcast. And that was about, what was that, 2021? Early 2021? When sports books became legal in the state that we live
COVID?
in. I think it was right after COVID. And I'm pretty sure, or right during COVID. But I think we were all sitting at home with not much to do.
Yeah, I think I got tired of taking Daryl's bets after a while, so he finally got himself an account.
Is
and
that-
then you know what? He didn't even refer me. So
No.
thanks
didn't
a lot,
even get the
Daryl.
free bets?
I didn't. I get nothing.
The problem with the free bets
After I
is,
placed how many thousands of dollars in bets for you?
Oh my
I
God.
think if you want to get the best promotion,
Yeah, that sounds right.
if you want to get the best promotion, I don't think you can also get the referral bonus. I could
disagree.
be wrong on that, but I'm not a.
I think you just cut me out.
Oh God.
I think this is your way of feeling better, but that's okay.
I'm used to make a lot of not necessarily legal bets for you once upon a time.
Oh well,
So-
yeah. Let's not go there.
Yeah, let's not talk about
I
that.
believe I lost a lot, so there's no 1099s involved there. But you know what, Jimmy? Cheers. I know you've been working on this.
Yeah, cheers, buddy.
Jimmy's been working on this for, God, maybe 3 months.
It's actually been longer than that because this started off as the what were we going to call it? It was finance
financial-
insiders.
Yes, because we're
We're insiders, which kind of guys dovetails into what we're kind of doing here. So
did you say DuckTales?
I might
Did you
have
say insiders? Is that
Scrooge
legal?
McDuck. I said insiders. I said Ducktales. I said it all.
So the first thing you did, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is you created that header for the YouTube page, and since then, it looks like I've gained a little weight.
well, that's how long ago that was.
And so I know
Not
that
me.
old Hollywood Maxim, the camera adds 110 pounds.
I think that's how it goes.
So that's about right.
That's about right.
Why are you wearing a Canada shirt?
It should say Circa, but nevertheless,
Yeah, that one. We can change that.
one of our future sponsors.
Yeah, we like Canada. They should sponsor us.
Derek Stevens, if you're listening, we're not above taking a little
I
sponsorship.
can tell you,
Or,
he's probably not one of the 3 right now.
Justin Justin Trudeau, if you're listening.
he's a good-looking guy, from what I heard.
I heard that yesterday.
Yeah, he is. He's popular amongst the ladies over there in Canada. But anyway, so the idea was that we are all in the financial industry in one way, shape, or form, whether it's public accounting, which a couple of these guys, or if you're in investments, which the other two numbers guys are. And by the
But
way,
wait a second, Jimmy.
yeah,
There's 1, 2, 3 of us here.
I was just going to say that our fourth numbers guy, Tones, he is at an event with his family, and he is going to be brought in via satellite. Most likely, I'm waiting on a text. As soon as he gets home, we're gonna beam.
You got to have priorities.
You do.
So, family, God, podcast,
It's up
Beer.
there.
beer.
Alcohol, maybe.
It's possible.
We're going to be looking live at Tones, is what you're telling me?
I think we're going to be getting an inside peek at Tones inside of his office at home, is where I'm guessing. Or maybe he's going to do it at the kitchen table. I don't know where he's going
What's
to
the
do
story with Tones? I hardly know Tones.
Yeah,
I'm
you
looking
don't know
forward to
Tones.
this.
I guess, yeah, that is probably something. Now, the three of us, well, Daryl and I have known each other for
25 years. We just figured that out.
25 years. And then Richie Rich over here, you were friends with Daryl all through junior high, or at
Yes,
least
sir.
part of junior high, high school, college. And we kind of know each other through that relationship where
For sure.
we've been at various functions together and whatnot. Tones and I go back probably a little over a decade. We're in the same industry, in the same office, doing the same thing. So we have quite a bit in common there. He actually introduced my wife to me. And
really?
my wife and his wife were friends even before I knew him.
That's weird.
It's a weird thing. I knew his brother way back in the day too, and we didn't put that together till shortly after we met. So anyway, and you've known him for probably about the same amount of time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm guessing that maybe your numbers are off, being a numbers guy. I'm thinking that you maybe know him more than a decade,
It's more than a decade. Yeah,
Probably
it's probably
about
12 years,
14 years.
14 years. Yeah, it's probably 14. Man, yeah, time really goes by.
Yeah, numbers don't really matter on this broadcast.
No, don't let the name fool you. That's for sure. Anyway,
I met Tony. Tony?
I don't call him-
Anthony?
Yeah,
I met Anthony at the Maria Donadio golf outing.
that sounds right.
Gosh, I think that was probably 2013, maybe?
Yeah, it might be. It's been a long time. That's for sure. I'm sure he'll know as soon as I can beam him in.
I'll look forward to that, Jim.
Well, we've already lost a viewer, so let's
Looking at that.
let's we can only go up from here, guys. Let's
I bet you somebody's internet just cut out. That had to be what it
oh,
was.
obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
I think Trudeau lost feed.
Right.
Probably.
Right. So anyway, this is going to be loosely about betting, loosely about sports, loosely about beer, loosely about bourbon, all things that we love, which actually is going to lead me into our first official segment, which we call Libation Exploration, where we talk a little bit about what we're drinking for the evening. And we have an intro for it. Want to hear it? Here it go.
Tasty beers or fine bourbons for our face holes to try. It's libation exploration with the numbers guys.
Wow, we're learning what we can and can't do. Can't put the headphones by the microphone, apparently.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
I thank you, all three viewers, for staying with me.
Hey, we're getting some live chat here too.
Is there
That's
some
Oh yeah,
That's
who's
Rach.
coming through?
some chitter in the chat board there?
yeah. Me too. OMG.
Oh wow, yeah, this is a
Hashtag.
14-year-old. She's put her story on her Snap. She says so. Expect more viewers shortly.
Wow.
It's going
We're
viral.
going viral. Here it is. That feedback we got. I don't even know how that happens.
All those kids at Shelby Junior High are going to be tuning in for the.
It's our target market for the sports betting podcast.
You know, if you can target the junior high market in sports betting, you're home free. I think.
in like 10, 12 years,
Yeah.
they're going to be your.
Oh yeah.
You're going to.
One of us will probably be dead by then,
Oh, God.
most likely.
Way to break it down, Jimmy.
I'm sorry.
Let's go to this life. What are
It's
we
true.
talking about here?
It's probably me.
Good God.
But anyway, so tonight's beer of choice. This was actually my selection tonight. We're going to do something a little bit, and one of these other guys is going to have an opportunity to be the guinea pig or the purchaser of the libation next week. But this is Founder's Dirty Bastard, and for any of you beer fans out there, I did do a little bit of B-roll so you can see what it looks like when it's poured, because I'm not going to obviously be able to do that right here. So here we go.
That was B roll?
This is B-roll.
This is great with the chat.
This is Dirty
Yeah, those little
Bastard,
kids on.
a Scotch-style ale brewed by Founders Brewing Company of Grand Rapids, Michigan. It has an ABV of 8.5%, 50 IBUs, a rate beer rating of 97, and a beer advocate rating of 90. Here's what the website says. So good it's almost wrong. Dark ruby in color and brewed with 7 varieties of imported malts. Complex in finish with hints of smoke and peat, paired with a malty richness and a right hook of hop power to give it the bad attitude that a beer named Dirty Bastard has to live up to. This ain't for the wee lads. All right, so I think we've all had an opportunity to try Dirty Bastard. I've had it on
OD.
numerous occasions.
Old Dirty Bastard? Or
The
Dirty
ODB. What do you guys think?
First time.
It's your first time? Okay, first time
I'm
tasting
very
it.
interested in Daryl's opinion here because he's not a bourbon Scotch guy.
Right.
But,
I thought you might like this, Rich, but I didn't.
yeah.
I think Tones might like it too. He's got one I sent home with him.
So I'm a fan of the heavier bourbon Scotch batches. What's the alcohol volume on this?
8.5.
I'll put some hair on your neck.
It will. And you know what I have in my tasting notes for this is that I think it actually drinks lighter than the alcohol by volume. You know what I'm saying?
I actually do, yeah. Usually when you have these type of beers, like 1 or 2, you're filled up for like the rest of the night.
Right.
You know, there's no room for steak with this thing.
Sure.
You know,
First impressions?
First impressions. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs, it's sort of in the middle.
Okay.
all right. Well, let's say you're in the front of a fireplace on a cold winter's night.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thumbs up, right?
First impression, warm.
Yeah, it is a little warm. Did we talk about how we have no
colder.
how hot it is up here? Did we
Yeah.
mention? Was that this version or was
No,
that the version before?
No. There's a reason. There's a sheen on my head right now.
Yeah, it's about probably 90 degrees in this room.
Yeah.
No, you're right, though. It does taste not like, Dragon's.
Dragon's mead
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's so.
or Dragon's milk.
Either one, like
Whatever.
where it's Dragon's Mead. I think it's so you could taste that alcohol right off the bat, and I don't get that from this at 8.5%. More bang for your buck.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's one of my favorites. There's actually a place out by where I live that will serve that to you in 24-ounce glasses, which they shouldn't be doing. I don't think most
No,
likely.
it's
but-
like the old Shelby pub.
yeah,
out by
anything you
us.
want. They
Yeah,
would
just
just no, they'll sell it to you until you're not supposed to buy it anymore.
That sounds like it could get you into some legal trouble.
Yeah,
Well, not only legal, but other trouble.
there's trouble in
Yeah.
general.
I mean, you have 48 ounces of this. They're twice as much in as a Bud Light. So
Right.
that's what, 4, 8? You're up to 8.
I like that Boss Tweed from Old Nation.
That's pretty good.
And I can't remember where I first had that, but I had 2 of them.
Do you have it at the actual place?
No, I've never made it. Yeah, I've been out
You've been there,
but,
right?
It's been a while.
Is that
But
Webersville
the
or
first
something?
time I had it was at a local establishment, and they were just pints. I had 2. Went for a third, and they said, no.
No mas.
2 is
They
the
cut you
limit.
off?
That's it. 9.5%, and
Wow.
they're not going over that.
I'm a little surprised you leaned in for a third.
Well, I'll tell you about that. I had that Doghead IPA,
Was it
90-minute,
Yeah, 90-minute.
which is, I think it's like 10 and some change.
It's strong stuff. for
And
sure.
I had 3 pints of that one night, and I wasn't walking.
Yeah.
That was in Ferndale.
Is that a heavier beer or alcohol?
It's just 10.5%, I think it is, and it's just
That's heavy.
3 pints. That's it.
It's like drinking wine.
Yeah, I felt like for a while there when those bourbon editions came out. We have a local pub here, Brown Iron. I don't know if you guys have been, but
I've never been there.
oh really?
No.
Oh, gotta get you out more, Jim.
Yeah.
Just went on Sunday.
Yeah.
And
So they have a wide
tasty
select-
burger.
A tasty burger, okay. So they have a lot. They have a ton of those bourbon barrels there, and I felt like for a while there they're just one-upping each other. Like it would be 10, 12, 14. I think it got up to 15, 16% last time I was there.
Wow.
And that's just like I don't even know if that's drinking beer anymore.
There's
No.
a breaking point.
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah.
They serve them in like those little
Yeah.
glasses there. Yeah,
I don't like those fruity glasses.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I
Not
prefer
those
that.
glasses.
These glasses.
Pretty sharp.
Yeah, Jim's looking good today, as
Yeah.
usual.
I don't usually wear glasses, but I wore them today for this. So, and actually, I have in my notes here that Rich, you had a delicious bourbon that you wanted to talk about.
I did.
What bourbon would that be?
Is there a good story behind that bourbon by chance?
Yeah, you guys are going to hear it again.
We don't hear it again.
But
Okay.
I know the audience is dying to hear it. We're up to 7 viewers, so look at this.
Yeesh.
Climbing by the minute. Old Forester Prohibition. So I admittedly did not shop ahead of time before getting my brother a gift since he had his second daughter a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Is he one of our listeners by chance?
He might be. I actually sent him the link. So, Dan, if you didn't know that now that I only had one store to stop at between my house and your house, and it's that little gas mart. You know where it is. And I went top shelf for you, though, bro. Just know that. So, top shelf for them was Old Forester, which I'd heard of. I've never tried their brands, but I grabbed the Old Prohibition. Probably run $65 there, maybe $55 at your local Myers. And it was actually a very smooth tasting bourbon. Like I said before, I prefer mine over ice. Dan's more of a neat guy. And what to me that makes it smooth is just it doesn't. You don't really taste the alcohol, and I believe it was 110 proof. And so that's not that's a high.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So 2-3 of those, and your wife's kicking you out of bed, basically. You know,
She
Her
does that
girlfriend.
anyway.
Yeah. Well. So but compared to, I would compare it to some. Usually, that's what me and my brother do. We buy each other high-end bourbons, and then when we get together, we excuse ourselves and have a cigar and drink the bourbon. So that's
nice.
our way of getting out of the house a little bit and catching up. And I would compare this to any of them. I thought it was as good as Booker's and a couple of other ones that are higher end as too. So I mean, I don't usually go higher than 100 to 150 for my top end, but I thought I would definitely recommend this to anybody. Like I said, I think it runs about 50 to 60. So you're in like the Woodford 46 zone, maybe, or no, the Maker's 46. I forget what the mid-level Woodford is, but that's very tasty as well. So you're in that area, that mid-shelf, I would say.
I'm not a big bourbon guy, but the Woodford is the one I seem to hear the most about.
Yeah, Woodford Baker. So Maker's 46. That's what I make when I'm at home. One of my favorite drinks is a Perfect Manhattan, and that's so Old Fashioned has more of the oranges in it. You guys see the orange peels in there and all that stuff. So I like to make the Perfect. It's more of a bourbon cherry. Yeah, cherry based, and yeah, those mid shelves are great for mixing. But this was good on the rocks. Honestly, I was quite surprised. Usually, I gotta go top shelf before I'm drinking stuff on ice. Yeah, so
Interesting.
You mentioned Booker's now. You want to tell the people out there about Booker's?
yeah, Booker's is good luck finding it right now. I haven't seen it in maybe a year. I think last time I found it maybe was I don't think it was this Christmas, it was the Christmas before last for my brother, and it's really cool. It's a very high proof. They run between 100 and maybe 125, even higher than the 110, and it comes with a story. So I believe there's 4 batches a year. It's made by the Jim Beam Company, and it's their highest shelf brand you can buy. And the son tells a story about his dad or grandpa in every bottle. So he'll kind of figure out what the notes remind him of. Like I thought I was in trouble last time. The last bottle I bought said notes of bacon in it. So I'm like, great, I spent $120, $150 on this bacon bottle of bourbon. And but honestly, I don't know how long they make it for. It must be at least 10, 15 years, but it tastes quite delicious for how high of a proof it is. And so we usually bust that out on like holidays or something like that, or special occasions.
So when you buy a bottle like this, right, you're talking about a fifth.
Yep.
And usually you guys get through how much of that bottle?
Probably maybe a fifth every time we get together. Maybe a fourth. It depends. So, like I said, we kind of sneak out with. So to me, bourbon and cigars kind of go hand in hand. And I don't know, like it just makes the taste of the cigar better to me, and I think my brother agrees. And so, that's the key is just how it tastes with the cigar in your hand. And like I said, it's just about catching up. You know how guys are. It's hard to find time with family and like seeing your brother, and especially away from the family. So it's all about the good times. And I'll say things like when you go higher end things like Booker's, like it has the it's really presentable too. So if you have people over, it looks good on the bar. It has like the sliding plexiglass with the oak wood, like the oak case finish. So when people come over, it's nice to sometimes show them that you got some good stuff behind the bar if they're interested. But it's a story. Whether they want to drink it or not, there's a story behind it a little bit.
That's what I was getting at. You start adding to your collection every time you guys get together. So
Yeah,
I imagine your
exactly.
shelf looks like.
You would think so, but
Jimmy, you're known to just finish the bottle.
Yeah, I don't keep that shit out. No, we just no. You know what? Bourbon is it's pretty good. It's one of my favorite things. Although I drink the same stuff over and over again.
what's
Larceny. Seems
Larceny?
like I'm just that's
good
all
one.
it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
I like that one.
Yes, sir.
Does 5 o'clock have a bourbon?
They probably
I hope not.
do.
I'm gonna say they don't.
No,
I mean,
they might have whoever makes 5 o'clock probably makes a bourbon, but it's not called that. It's called Old Kentucky or something like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure.
Right. Yeah. So next week, I take it you might be bringing a little of that. Maybe?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to.
Not to put
Shop
you on the
smart.
spot.
Shop as smart.
Yeah. All right. We should probably do some things about sports. Actually, right now we got a couple of games going on. We got the old Celtics playing right now. It looks like they just finished the quarter. Is that the quarter or is that the half?
Every time I look down at this hockey game we're trying to watch, there's a commercial on.
Yeah. Every time I'm with you, I don't know what the score is. Too busy talking. But I'll tell you what. In the meantime, you guys want to do a little bit of trivia? Yeah. One question.
I would love to.
I have one question prepared.
Okay.
All right, and then whoever gets this question correct, and it's going to be a number question, so it's going to be closest
I've got paper
without going over. Will
and a pen.
be responsible for bringing in the beer next week, not the bourbon because Rich is already on that. But yeah, let's do.
So you don't want to win this?
No, I think you do want to do it. You want to have beer, bring beer for your friends. It's trivia time. Let's do some trivia.
Calling the masters of facts, the sultans of stats, the czars of knowledge that isn't learned in college. It's the Numbers Guys Trivia.
All right, so here it is. Trivia. In their 77-year history, how many total NBA championships have the Boston Celtics won in 77 years? And it's more than I thought it was, if that helps you. I thought this was appropriate since we have the
It does help me.
yeah. It's more than I thought.
Because
it
now
was.
I'm thinking of a number, but now I gotta go higher.
Right.
It sounds like you ripped this from the Trivial Pursuit.
Ripped from the headlines. All right, pass it on over.
You said 77? 77-year
Is that what I
history?
said? 77-year history. That's correct.
He didn't tell you the answer in the question.
No. It's got to be at least
I didn't give you
60.
multiple choice either.
60 championships in 77
70?
years.
That's a pretty good clip.
Yeah.
You take your time with it, Daryl. Just write a number down between 10 and 25.
Hey, I didn't get that hint. What's going on here? Well, I feel like they won one like every year in the 70s. Not to help Daryl out
I
here.
don't know about the 70s, the 60s, right?
They went
win
through
like
some-
11 in a row.
Wow.
Or something?
Exactly. They had some
60s,
huge
70s.
stretches where they just
Yeah.
won every year.
Yeah. I got a number. You want me to spit that out?
I'll take it.
You don't think
We're gonna get
Anthony's listening, do you?
Well, that's what I'm worried about. I don't want him to get
Okay.
any ideas. Plus, I'm going to give the answer at the end of the show,
Oh,
which forces the people then to that know the answer to
maybe a couple
stick
old
around
dirty
longer.
bastards deep by then.
That's right.
There you are.
And eventually, what we'll do is once we get to 500 subscribers, if we ever get there, then what we'll do is we'll start using our Twitter account, which is Daryl just set it up today.
I did. You spent 3 or 4 months getting all this together, Jimmy. Pretty awesome. And I was put in charge of the social media.
That's correct.
So, much to my chagrin, this afternoon I found out that at the Numbers Guys is not available on Twitter. So
Did you use the symbol numbers?
I tried it all.
Oh.
The
that's a good idea.
hashtag does not work.
Okay.
So I found the best one I could in the circumstances
Which is?
at the Num Guys.
NUMB?
No B, right?
THENUMB
Or is there a B? There is a B.
GUYS at the Num Guys.
I don't know how I feel about that.
But
I feel like we're prescribing medicine.
That's good, though. I mean, yeah.
I guess you drink enough alcohol, you get numb.
That's true. That's true.
Can I ask you a
Don't
question,
forget-
Jimmy?
Sure.
With the movie about the atomic bomb coming out shortly, I'm just wondering what's going on with this radio behind you. It looks like something Oppenheimer created.
It does. That was actually a gift from, I know this is probably the only way you're going to be able to see it, if you can see it. A gift from my mother-in-law, and it's pretty awesome. It connects via Bluetooth. It's got that old school LL Cool J
that is cool.
over your shoulder vibe. Yeah.
So it doesn't
I thought it
measure.
was cool.
It doesn't measure radiation.
It doesn't.
Oh,
no.
my bad.
I saw that on QVC one night.
Is that around?
That was probably a QVC find. My mother-in-law loves QVC.
Oh, shout out to QVC.
Yeah, big
We're
shout
looking
out.
for sponsors.
HSN, QVC.
Quality, value.
Did they merge?
Convenience.
I don't know. Did they?
I don't know.
I don't know. But okay, so let's take a look here. We should probably talk about what the odds are on these games that are going on right now, right? Wouldn't you say?
You want to do live odds?
I don't got live odds, but I have odds for the game, for these games from earlier today, right before we started, actually. So let's take a look at
I think
these.
we're in second intermission here, Daryl.
Yeah,
Second
that
now.
sounds right. Do you
And the
guys
score?
have anything? You guys have got Devils and Hurricanes on over there, right? And
Yeah,
they're
Hurricane.
I think it's 2-2.
2-2. Do you guys have anything on this as far as
2-2
action goes?
Hurricanes.
I recommended everybody to take the Hurricanes, and Daryl's kind of upset with me because it's 2-2.
I didn't take anything.
I didn't.
tonight.
It's not the. I didn't tell him it was the Ram at home bet of the day, but we'll get more on that later. So.
All right, so they started off. Canes were minus 136. Looks like.
I had him on 140 on DK, but yeah, it was right before. What do they call that? Drop puck drop.
Yeah, right before the
Tip.
drop puck.
Yeah. Well, not tip in hockey.
Tip
You
off.
don't want the tip in hockey.
Where's it at right now?
Certain
Let's
things
see.
you want the tip, but not in hockey.
This is not going to air.
Largely inappropriate.
What are you talking about?
We're already.
Live right now, you can get in on the Devils at plus 116.
YouTube has already flagged this show for inappropriate.
Yeah, inappropriate. It does ask you if it's for 18 or over. I think it asked me. Or no, is this content for kids? I said,
I think
no.
Here's a disclaimer.
Actually, I said yes. That way we can get more of an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now. So if you are listening, one of the 6 people, I don't know if any of you guys are sports bettors, but you can get in on the Canes at minus. It's like
Are you keeping up in the chat? there, Jim?
148. I'm vaguely barely doing that.
No one has contributed anything important to this chat yet. I
Yeah.
can tell you that much.
Yeah. So that's what's going on with that game. Also, we have in the world of basketball, we got some good things going on as well. Got the Celtics and Sixers.
What's going on in that game, Jimmy?
What is going on in that game? I knew you were going to ask me. Let me tell you. We got.
I'll just say, coming into this game, I felt like the Sixers were going to close it. Gut feeling. Gut shot, as they say in poker.
If not now, when, right? I don't think they're going to go back into the. Well, what is the name of the Boston Gardens these days?
I don't know. I feel like everything out in Boston, New York's Madison Square Garden. Is it like TG
I think
Square
it's
Garden
the
or
Flint.
something?
I think it's the Flint Arena or something.
I think they just ran out names when they were out there and just call everything a Square Garden.
Square.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, I'll tell you right now, they are at the half, and Celtics lead 50-43.
Oh, so we got some good value in the Sixers right now.
Yeah, you can get in on the Sixers.
5.5.
FanDuel has it at plus 235.
Sixers at home down by 7.
Getting 5.5 at the moment.
Yeah,
I'm all over that.
I kind of think that'd be a good bet.
I think so. That's what I love about live betting sometimes is that you know certain teams are not going to lose by 15, 20, and sometimes we're getting that 10 plus like like one of the big local teams here is Michigan State. When they're playing somebody like Oregon, they're down 15 at the half. When you get like +8, +9, or say they're playing Nebraska, that's more of a. I think recently over the winter, they're down 18.5, but you just know they're not gonna lose that game by 18, and you get like usually it's like what +12 at that point,
right.
and then they ended up winning that game. So you get like +600, 700, and and if you do the +12, that's a guarantee. I mean, how often they lose Nebraska by more than 12? I mean, it just doesn't happen.
Almost never.
Seems like for these NBA playoffs, the best course of action might be the live betting.
I think for basketball in general, just because of the big swings that you get.
I agree.
Yeah, if you want a particular team, I almost want to just wait till after the game started, let them hopefully go down a little bit, and then we can get a better price for the whole game.
I kind of learned. Go ahead.
I was going to say, what we had Boston minus 2.5 initially to start the game.
Initially to start the game
And now
was
Now
yeah.
you're getting another. If you like the Sixers, another 3 points.
I do like the Sixers. In this case, I like the live betting odds. But
well, I'll tell you right now, you can get it at PointsBet +6.5 for the Sixers at -112.
well, there you go, folks. Catch your tickets and thank us later.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal.
Yeah.
And then later on tonight, a couple of good ones as well. What do we have later on tonight? We have
What, Nuggets, Suns?
Nuggets and Suns. I got hockey here first. We got the Kraken and the Stars. The Stars, obviously a big favorite in this one, -197 on the money line. Kraken +164 in Dallas. What are you guys thinking about this one? By the way, the over or the total is 5.5.
I think the value is probably to take the Kraken at 164, but I think Dallas is going to win, honestly. I mean, it's just I think the NHL is the biggest toss-up of all the sports. It is. If you're in the playoffs, you have a chance to win the Stanley Cup. Like, I don't even think are any of the top seeds left. I don't think in the NBA they are, which is weird. That's really weird in NBA, but I don't know. All these teams seem the same to me. I think the Kraken are just as good as the Stars from what I've seen, and hockey to me has always just been the one sport where an 8 seed can consistently get to the championship more than any other sport.
That's, I think, 100% true. The variance in hockey is so great. And
So-
the difference between winning and losing a lot of times is just a strange deflection off the end of a stick.
Or it's the empty net goal, right? Because
Oh,
that's
yep,
why you see
yeah,
every line's 1.5 because they kind of assume. And hockey is in. I will say this about hockey. I paid more attention to it, obviously, because of the gambling this year. They pull their goalie like with 4 or 5 minutes to go now. They don't do
Earlier
it
than
like,
they used to. Yeah.
It used to be like the last minute, the goalie's out. So now a lot of times a team that it's a 1-goal game is a 3-goal game.
Right.
This year,
Sure.
and probably in prior years, I guess I wouldn't. I guess my opinion on this game is I'm not betting it, but if I were to bet it, I'd put it on the Kraken just because I think as a toss-up, 164 is the way to go.
I'm with you 100%.
I got a different angle on this one,
Go for it.
but I don't know if you want me to
No.
save it for later or if
Go
you
at
want me
it.
to.
Was that one of your best
That's
bets?
one of my best bets.
Well, you know what? Hold on to that.
I'm going to hold on to that, and then I'll tell you about it when it's time to tell you about that.
Yeah, we got one more game happening tonight that we may actually have some best bets on as well. But that is going to be Nuggets and Suns. Suns a little bit of a favorite at -130, laying 2 points. 226 is your total. Do you guys have anything on that one?
That was a goofy one the other night. Denver held serve there in Denver, and but I'm thinking more about Sunday night with in Phoenix, and Phoenix had to do everything they could to finish it the way it did. It involved Jokic getting a technical foul.
The Ishmael
on
deal.
Whatever that, I don't know how that all came about.
I think that's what. Yeah, when he.
I actually read the story. Do you know the story?
I mean, why don't you tell the folks at home out there what?
Well, I'm just making sure I'm not repeating anything. But basically, Jokic ran over to get a fast break going because it was Denver's ball, and it just happened to land in Ishbia's hands, and he didn't let. He knew what he was kind of doing, so he just held onto the ball a little too long, and Jokic gave him a little elbow, which sent him flying like 3 rows because Ishbia is about 5'4". But
Do you think he flopped? I think he flopped.
he probably flopped.
Yeah, he did.
I
You
think
watch
it-
one of those camera angles. He was, kind of doing like one of the, like it was like
I
one of the
think it
cartoons.
was all a moot point because somebody from Phoenix was laying in the stands
True.
in the seats,
I mean,
and
they slapped Jokic with a $25,000 fine, which nothing to him, but
Yeah, it's
still,
nothing.
Ishbia got nothing. I'm like, when you just Ishbia is worth as much as Jokic, you just hit them both with fines and be done with it.
probably more.
Probably more. I'll tell you what. If that was regular season, Jokic suspended. You think?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah.
it's kind of silly. Everybody on TNT was kind of saying, don't suspend a guy for in the playoffs.
Playoffs.
Yeah, they did that right. He should not have been suspended for that.
I don't know. It was all a bunch of nothing. Nothingness.
Yeah.
Nothing
You see
burger.
the next game, he gave him the ball. Did you see that?
That was.
Little peace
I
offering.
don't like
I guess it
all
was.
that.
They were joking around.
I'm not into all that.
You think
pumping.
Ishbia is going to be one of these high-profile owners? It sure seems like he's shooting off that way. Like, who is this guy? He was a nothing player at Michigan State. Where do you get his money
apparently-
from? His dad, or
Yeah,
is he
in-
self-made?
Inherited a lot of money, but he also did pretty well over at United Wholesale. Wholesale?
Yeah.
United Wholesale Mortgage.
Mortgage.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think owning a sports team right now is probably gold, instant gold.
Sure.
It is.
I mean, it seems like it. NBA out
Seems like a bad
west.
time to be in the housing market.
I'm not gonna comment for Donald Sterling, but
Donald Sterling was the housing market?
oh
guy?
yeah, he was a slumlord.
Really?
For the folks at home, Donald Sterling was a
He was Trump before Trump?
bigot and racist. Is that the same? What's the difference,
I don't know
Jimmy?
I don't know what the difference is on that, honestly.
I don't want to go off on some tangent here,
Tangent. Pass that down to Rich.
but what was my point?
Phoenix, what's
bet-
your thoughts on Phoenix
Bet the
Nuggets?
bet the Suns, but make sure you get it with some juice on it.
There's your best bets that you gave me
Okay.
earlier.
Are we doing that now, Jimmy?
Yeah, you guys want to
So,
talk about our 3 best bets? And here's what
Do you have
I'm
any
gonna do.
theme music?
I don't have an intro for this. I will
damn
by
it.
next week, though. I don't know why I didn't think about that. But so what we're going to do is every week we'll give you 3 actionable plays. So plays you can place right now, not games that are in the past or anything like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep track of these, and we'll be able to see how well we performed, and we can see which one of the 4 of us, Tones included, performed the best over the course of time. So these are our best bets, and I got to start. Who's starting? I got Rich. Rich is going to start that. So let me
All right.
pull that up. Was that one of yours, Rich?
Yes, this is tomorrow night's game.
Yep.
I'm not a big Knicks guy. I just don't. I don't. Randall never shows up for the playoffs. Yet he calls out his team, which is interesting. When Brunson is clearly the star, and I don't know what's up with Jimmy Butler this year, but I'm riding with him. He seems like when it comes down to clutch time, I don't know how many players can be better than him. I just don't. I don't see the Heat letting us go at home tomorrow, so I'm gonna go with Heat.
You're taking the Heat money line or Heat with points?
I say take them both, baby.
Go- okay.
Sprinkle a little everywhere.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So minus 216 as of about, I think it was about 6 o'clock tonight, 6:30.
I mean,
tonight.
I think the money lines. I'm not going to give it a ram and home guarantee, but it's
For the folks at home, can you explain that one a little bit? The Ram at Home. What is that about? What is that?
So since we've been kind of playing this podcast, we tell each other what we're thinking, right? We kind of let each other know the best bets. Sometimes we kind of go rogue and don't tell each other, and then when we win, we let each other know. When we lose, we don't say anything. So
That's about right. Yeah.
I've had I've had 2 Ram and home guarantees, and I'm 2-0. So if you guys hear the Ram and home guarantee, that means get the mortgage out, get that second loan, put the car up for auction. It means you're about to make a lot of money. So I don't break it out often, but when I do,
It's as good as gold.
it says, I mean, put the bourbon up for sale because it's going to be a winner that night.
Yeah, that's true. You did. You have 2, and I played along with both of them, and both of them came home.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
Impressive.
the one we sweated a little bit through halftime, but
Yeah, that was that.
and
college
Daryl was
football,
more
wasn't
than happy to point it out at halftime. But
it? Because I don't think you did take it. You didn't take that one. You were on the other side of it, I think, weren't you?
Yeah, I guess I
Yeah.
lost the memo on the rabbit hole.
Daryl's a little more the anti-hero. So
Tell you what, the Heat right now, you can get them at minus 210. So they haven't changed that. What was it? Minus 236, I think I had.
well, it's coming
Or
down
minus
our way.
216. Yeah, it's going your way a little bit.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, next one was.
It's me again.
Oh, this is for the game on Saturday.
Yeah,
Game
yeah.
6.
So we're broadcasting Thursdays. I guess we'll give you our best bets through the weekend, and obviously, football. I think is all of our loves, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's something we should probably mention too. That I think with
Tennis?
I do like women's tennis, and we finally got the tennis channel. We didn't have that before. That's actually coming to the platform that we subscribe to at my house. But yeah, we're definitely the 3 of us anyway are more football fans more than anything. And Tones is a big hockey fan. Anthony watches a lot of hockey. Big hockey guy.
Now, for the people at home again, Anthony is
He's not here. He should be here via satellite. He does exist, trust me. And
well, it's a great start when you have the 4 number guys and 3 show up. So
yeah.
we're excited about Tones. Though.
Well, and the other thing is,
I'm excited to beat Tones.
yeah, you've never actually met him face to face. We had him on a
We had
brief-
a face call 6 margaritas in,
Yeah.
or whatever I was drinking, some bourbon, blackberries, I think.
That's true.
But I had a taqueria, as they call them.
That wasn't what's a taqueria? An East Lansing taqueria. Obviously, there's only room for 3 people here. So my thinking and our thinking was that there's a good chance that between our commitments with our family and whatnot, there's going to be times that all 4 of us aren't going to be around anyway. So it'll most likely just be 3 of us a lot of the time.
I'll tell you what, when it cools off, one of you guys can sit on my lap.
That, we could do that too. Or we could just expand, maybe add some AC up here and bring this wall over there down.
AC would be amazing. I'd
AC
kill for
would be-
some
it would
AC
be really
right
good.
now. Yeah.
It'd be really good. What did we say? Did you give your second one, Rich?
I did not. We got talking about football, and I think when we were messing around today, I think one of our future features will be Daryl or Jim will give me the line, and I'll tell you what it is within half a point.
Guessing lines. I like that idea.
got a
I think
gift.
so.
Yeah.
Got a gift.
I was 80% clip, maybe.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'll tell you what. If Daryl agrees with me, then it's right because he disagrees with me about 80% of the time, maybe 90. In fact, all these bets I'm giving you today, he will have the opposite side. So
I think he does actually have the opposite side on a couple of those.
I like the Heat bet,
okay.
Yeah, the
but
Heat's a
that's
good
all
one.
I'm going to say.
He's just saying that because we're live, but I appreciate that, Daryl. Kraken, yeah. Well, I had 120. That's gonna be game 6. That's guaranteed because it's 2-2 in the series. And I like it whether they lose or win tonight. I just think anytime you're gonna get a home dog, you gotta take that. I once again NHL. I just feel like I kind of feel like this is going 7 games anyways, one way or another. So. I think Jim called me a crackhead maybe a couple weeks
You're
ago.
a crackhead.
Yeah, a crackhead. So
K-R-E-K.
I've never heard you be called that before.
crackhead with a K, which was nice.
Yeah. Well, you're a Kraken fan.
Yeah.
It'd make you a crackhead.
Yeah, isn't that a rum too?
It might
Kraken
be.
rum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Right now, Kraken, you're looking money line play. You can get them plus 170. Actually, plus 180 at points bet.
Where is that game at again?
Game 6 will be in Seattle.
Oh, we're talking game 6. I'm sorry.
Yeah, game 6 is more
will be in
like
Seattle.
120. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was the one where there's only one book that has right now is Fox Bet. They do have it at plus 120 or 125.
All right, Fox Bet fans, get your 125 in if you can.
It was plus 120.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. I watched the game
think
there
that's
the other night. That arena was sweet. I like everything about what Seattle's doing out there. Give them back their NBA team while we're at it. You know.
yeah,
I don't know why.
happen.
Yeah, the Supersonics. Didn't they win a championship? 79-ish, maybe.
I think you're right. I think that was
Wow, this is amazing.
it's pretty good.
twice today.
Yeah.
How's that team leave Seattle? Like, how do you leave a place like Seattle and go to Oklahoma City?
How about because Portland's so damn close? I don't know if they could support. Can you support 2 teams up there?
What's the distance wise? Jimmy, look it up.
Hey, Google. That'd be the only reason I could think. In fact, me and a buddy of mine were just talking about this, how Seattle, for most sports, is really geographically isolated. You know, if you think about it, for baseball, who's San Francisco? Maybe the
The
closest.
California teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be it. And that's not a short trip.
I mean, I think anywhere you go west, though, you're kind of spread out, right? Because Colorado wasn't even teamed a couple years ago. Arizona's a
Colorado
new one.
is
But
the
if you didn't have
closest.
those teams before, like going to California was a
Yeah,
Big
Or
trip.
Think about the Braves. I mean, I guess that was it for a long time until Florida got their teams. But the Braves were, for baseball, they were all by themselves down there.
well, they should be still.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
goes to these games?
I don't
The freaking Rays are what 30-7, and they get like 10,000 people to show up.
Mhm.
You gotta be kidding me. And then they built this new Florida stadium down there. That's awesome, and like 5,000 people show up because they stink.
Yeah. At least
Like,
Vegas is
who
getting
thought this was a good idea?
I don't know. It's
You
always
know-
sunny in Florida.
Now we're hearing that the Oakland A's are going to be moving.
Yeah, the Tropicana. I heard they're knocking down. You guys ever been?
I've never been there.
I think we should go. Probably got a lot of history.
So, how many listeners do we have at the moment?
We're up to 7.
I
It's
know
held pretty strong, too, pretty firm.
a friend of mine from high school
Okay.
texted me.
Is he listening?
She,
Oh, her.
her.
Does Angie know this?
Sure. Anyhow, I think we have one less listener / viewer today because she's on her way to Vegas right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tropicana?
Probably Circa, because her husband, I know, I was briefly telling you about this, Jim. Her husband won the third quarter for the millionaire, what do you call that?
It's like a pick 'em for NFL, right?
Yeah. Jimmy, would you tell us a little bit about that?
You know, I don't remember what that's called.
I don't know what
They
it's
do
called,
it for
but,
football.
The local celebrity here, Stoney, he won the first quarter like a year or two ago, and it's a big deal. They sent him like
That's
a
right.
whole like big check, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get Ed McMahon style
Yeah.
checks. Sure.
So anyway, she's not watching right now, but
No, she's missing
Hi,
out.
Lacey. Thanks for your support.
She's one of the inspirations of the numbers guys, really.
Oh, I think we're gonna have to have her husband on eventually, right?
He's coming. I think
Yeah.
he gave me a few horse picks this weekend.
How'd they turn out?
That turned out pretty well.
Who is this guy?
This guy is Jim Ottoman,
Oh,
and he got one of those big fancy fake checks in the mail, and he's got some horse picks too that I cashed in over the weekend. I think I won $300-400. I'm sure I'll be getting a 1099 for that.
probably.
You're good.
Doesn't matter. I'll pick it up anyways.
Well, you're an accountant. You should.
But nevertheless, anyways, I think I got us off on a tangent.
You did a little bit.
I'm excited about this. I actually want to get out the circuit to do this.
So I was out there in around the turn of the new year, and it's awesome. I just got a lucky day in December where it was 60 degrees. We went to the pool.
Is the pool heated?
The pool is like 90 degrees and pretty awesome. The pool is something to write home about.
Yeah, it looks amazing online. I haven't been out there
Yeah,
yet.
it's nuts. And then you can look out your room and watch the games on the big screen out by the pool. So pretty cool. I would definitely recommend it. I got a good deal, and I never thought I would want to stay downtown, but it was pretty awesome. So I think I'd be going back. Short of a reason, to go, a free room or something on the Strip, I'm probably going to Circus. So
That's what I heard recently about downtown. I think when you asked me about it,
Yeah.
I'm sure Jim kind of steered you towards it too. But I hear that's kind of more fun than the Strip right now.
I think it kind of always was more fun, but it's also got a little bit of a edgy sort of vibe to it,
Yeah, you don't want to wander too far off the beaten path there. but it's cool. And Circa, I've stayed there as well, and it's awesome.
It's as good as anything I've been to on the strip.
It's pretty
essentially.
damn close.
I mean, maybe not as fancy as the Bellagio or Encore
Right.
or Wynn, but I don't know. Do you really need that level of?
I'm kind of going there to get entertained.
Yeah.
I'm sure the people watching has to be better.
People
No,
watching
it's-
is awesome.
Yeah.
And the
It's-
pool's cool. I mean, it is, but you were there closer to the wintertime. I was there in the summertime, and I'll tell you, it was really, really hot.
Yeah.
Really hot.
So you're you're elevated on. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
third floor maybe or fourth floor.
I think it's higher than that.
It's hot in the room.
No.
The
on-
pool.
The pool is
on the
basically
roof.
like being in this
So did any
studio.
Did any of you guys place a bet at the pool,
I did not.
or how's that system?
The way that works is
Yeah, you did.
you have to download the Circa Sports app, and then you can basically make your picks at will. But it's so you basically just do it from your phone,
Okay.
which is better than getting up and walking 50 feet or whatever. But
I think they have a counter out there though, don't they?
well,
A window.
again, it was probably their most dead pool time of the year in late December. So, I forget how many pools they have there. There's quite a few, but a lot of them were roped off, not available. So, to get to the front of the pool setup, I think that's where they were taking bets, and I think that may have been closed down. So I think you were pretty much limited to the app. But again, if you have a phone, which most people are going to the pool are going to probably still bring their phone, you're going to be okay. But I
am, 'cause
can't.
I'm taking pictures, but
I can't recommend it enough.
that
I'm
too.
a single guy here. So.
That's fair. That's reasonable. All right, now your number 3 best bet, Richie Rich.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ride these Tigers. I actually think I don't know over the whole year how they're gonna end up. I would guess that they could finish second just because the AL Central is so really it's bad. They could finish within 10 games out, which would be a miracle. I think coming into the year, I don't think anybody would have thought they'd finish within 10 games of the division.
Not a chance.
You're not giving them a chance at this point, though, after the last 10 games to make a run for it.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I don't know how long it's going to last. But right now, I'm going to ride the Tigers just because I think they're on the part of their schedule now where they could really do some damage. I wouldn't even be surprised they're in first place by Memorial Day. Sometimes momentum just really kicks in for these younger teams, and I don't know where the heck this Eduardo Rodriguez
E-Rod,
came from.
baby.
This
Yeah.
guy's like Cy Young.
He's
Like,
awesome.
What's
Was
he
it
got, like a
5 in a row?
.64 ERA or something like that? I mean, he's been unbelievable. Like, where did this guy? I mean, he didn't even show up last year, right? They didn't even pay him for like 6 months.
Oh, is that the fella that had the
I think he had a marriage issue or something, maybe.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I lost track of that.
I heard he went to Circa and his wife hooked up with the pool guy. So
One of the pools. How many pools were there, Daryl?
It was
Total on that?
it was depends on how you
Some of them are really small pools.
yeah,
They're almost-
it's
yeah,
almost like
I
a
know what
hot
you're saying.
tub.
like
Right.
one-on-one
But
deals.
no, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Anyways,
So you're going Tigers. You're going Tigers money line. You taking run
oh,
line?
money line. I
Money
mean,
line?
I have been on their money line the last week, and it's paid dividends. I mean, it seems like this one's a little lower because it's at home. It's plus 110, but they've been running about plus 200 on the road this past week. And if you
Absolutely.
put down every day on them, you're far ahead. The offense seems to be coming around after a rough start. I mean, as everybody knows here, it's cold as balls and here in Detroit, but these bats seem to be warming up as the weather's warming up, and I think they're gonna be one of the surprising teams here through June or July. I'm not gonna. I think the Twins in the long run really should beat them, but I think they're gonna hang around first place here for a couple months, and so you might see me pick them quite a bit here in the next couple of weekends coming up.
I think you're right. I think the Guardians are a little overrated too.
They can't hit.
No.
They got no
They can't.
offense. That's why I think you told me the other day you had a bet with involving the over, and I was like, I think you should put everything against that.
Yeah.
and I think
And
this
that
was 2-0.
It was 2-0. Yeah, it was 2-0. Yeah, that was the worst part of that little parlay that I had.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
go Tigers.
Well, awesome, man. I'm looking forward to see how those perform for you and for us, because I'll probably take the exact same ones. D-Dubs, let's see, what do we got for you? You got starting off with was it Kraken Stars?
Yeah, I got the tonight's game. Yeah. So
You
I
going
like
other
the
side?
Stars. This one is all about trends. I like to look back at what's gone on in the earlier rounds, or round in this case, and it was Stars versus Wild. Wild won the first game at Dallas. Dallas wins the second game in Dallas. Minnesota wins the third game in Minnesota. And then Stars win the next three. Similar this particular time out, it's Kraken won the first game in Dallas. Dallas wins the second game. Kraken win the third game in Seattle. Dallas wins game 4, and now we're at game 5. I'm taking a circuitous route to getting to my point.
Not sure what that means.
Yeah,
It means that I'm drawing this out for some reason.
Is this the word of the day?
I like the Stars.
That's the next segment.
I think the Stars game 5, and then, like Rich said, to go against him in game 6, Stars will close it out.
So
But,
your trend is based on the last series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify that
Yep.
for listeners.
So game 5, Stars will win at home. You got the number on that, Jimmy?
Let's see. It was minus 197.
Yeah. So it's
Right now, I got the Stars. You can get them.
That's seriously
a
the
little-
over under tonight. 5.5.
that seems low. I agree.
That was earlier today.
But yeah, you got to bet. You got to spend money to make money. In this case, 197 will win you 100.
That's going to be even more now. I can tell you, buddy. You're looking at minus 200 at MGM, and then beyond.
I
Is
got
it
in.
still
I think
5.5?
Let me see.
I got in at 195, and
Well, you're locked in then. That's what your number is.
yeah, I mean,
I think the Stars win tonight. I like this 5.5 though. I didn't even really see that earlier though. I think Kraken Stars put up some points traditionally.
so far it's
Has there been a 2-0 game? Jimmy bet the over on that.
Jimmy.
Total goals 5.5, juiced to the over. Well, no, not really. It's 5.5.
5.5. That's about as low as you can get all year this year. Have
Yeah.
you seen anything less than that?
No, 5.5 is going to be.
All right, folks.
That's going to be. 5.5 is the new, or 6.5 is the new 5.5.
Are you ramming at home?
I'm gonna ram it home.
We're ramming this one home.
I didn't even see this. This one snuck by me.
I don't see
I don't know if you ram this
I
home.
don't think so either. That's a sort
I
of
think it's kind of a off the cuff ram it home.
a little bit.
I mean, 5.5 is low in hockey though. Really low.
Jimmy, can you pull up the scores on the first 4 games?
Well, hold on a second here. I will
Of the
say it is
series.
juiced to the over 120 at FanDuel. Yeah, it is juiced a little bit to the over in some establishments, with the exception of MGM. You get a pretty good deal.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a ram at home. I'm gonna ram it home.
Wow.
I'm gonna put money in my DraftKings account because that's the only real sporting bet app out there, and I'm gonna bet the over.
Gonna go on the over. All right, man.
I'm gonna third time out.
I got Knicks and Heat. What do you got there?
I got the Heat. Rich already went over all the reasons, I think. I don't know. I just don't. Home favorites, right? I think you'll find that during the course of these NBA playoffs, home favorites have rammed it home.
I'm gonna say if we're agreeing with each other, this should be a ram at home, but I'm a little nervous. We don't. Me and Daryl don't traditionally agree, as you will find out in upcoming podcasts.
Yes. But I like the Heat to close it out. Just to piggyback on what you were saying about Butler, I don't know. I think
This guy's a beast, man.
he's had some of these runs in the past, though, hasn't he?
He's always performed well in the playoffs, but I will.
What was it? The bubble? No, who won in the bubble? The Lakers, maybe. But it was against the Heat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a one man show.
Right.
I mean, Duncan Robinson, God bless him, has limitations.
Also, my son told me that he's Michael Jordan's illegitimate son.
I think I don't know if we have any proof of that.
I
Let's
don't
not
know if
let's
I'm
not
allowed
start
to
spreading
say that.
misinformation yet.
So
Jordan might be one guy we don't want to go after right away.
No, no.
But let's move on. What do you think?
All right, so
Can I move on to this?
Yeah, we can move on.
this
I'll tell you what.
mess?
Tones gave me his picks earlier, so I will go ahead and.
Can I finish my third
Oh,
pick?
I thought
or-
you had 3. Wasn't that 3?
Jeez.
Wasn't that 3?
That was number 2.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, man.
I think Jim's had enough of you.
I think
Right.
technically.
Hold on. Not to cut you off, Daryl, but we're just going to move on. Okay, so hold on. Here's Oh, yes,
Yes.
this one. All right, this is the winner right here.
Yes. Well, I don't know if it's a winner or not, but I do like the Nuggets to close it out tonight. But I figured out a way to. I'm going with the Suns plus 7.5. I know it doesn't exactly say that on our.
Oh, shoot. That's my bad. Yeah,
That
it should be
was-
Suns plus 7.5.
We did it on purpose, I do believe.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it should be.
Anyhow, I got the Suns. I used to call it a dip back in the day. Moved the line up to 7.5, getting 7.5, and I got the over. I lowered the over to 215.5, and then Devin Booker's got to score 30 points. It doesn't pay a ton, plus 130, but I kind of feel like the Suns are pulling out all the stops tonight. That's going to involve Booker going off. I don't know if they're going to win, but I feel like 7.5 is probably enough. And the 215.5, I just feel like, between the Joker.
You said you dipped that total down?
Yeah, I brought it down to 215.5. I think it was
Yeah. What,
originally 223 something, maybe somewhere in that neighborhood. Somebody better at this job would be able to rattle that off, but unfortunately, I don't have that number. But between Durant and Booker, I feel like it's a pretty safe bet that they're going to get over 215.5. So.
yeah, it's at 226 right now.
226. So, yeah, I brought it down over 10 points and Booker to score 30. I like it. It's not paying a ton, but plus 125, just something to, Also, one of my favorite apps is DraftKings. Rich, you want to explain to the folks out there about DraftKings?
I just think it's the most easiest to use app. They have the best deals. They reward their customers on constant bonus bets. We do a group betting thing on there that you guys never look at. So it's
Pretty much. Yeah.
I just think I like simplicity when it comes to my sports betting.
For me, that's the one I go to when I want to make a quick bet. I don't have to fiddle around with the app. I can seem to get to where I want to be pretty quickly, especially in a live game scenario. So, in this case, all playoffs long, I think every day you can get a $10 return on your same game parlays if you lose. So I got that going for me. So should this bet lose, I'm gonna get a $10 free bet tomorrow, and
That you'll also lose, probably.
yeah,
That's the beauty of it.
So-
At least you get two stabs,
I like that.
2 swings of the bat. For
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, you were talking about Anthony.
Yes, yeah. He went ahead and sent me his picks earlier today, and I do have those here. Let's see. We have, and they're all going to be hockey because, like I said, Anthony is the hockey guy. He's got Panthers. I have those somewhere. Helps if I would have had the right thing.
Maybe he's the Canadian fella in the.
While you're looking
Better
for
there.
that, Jimmy, who do you guys think the Lions are? The Lions are hosting a Monday night game this year. Who do you think it is, Daryl?
Kansas City.
That's the first game of the year, but not a bad guess.
You're asking who they're going to host in the Monday night.
Yeah.
Is that has that been dropped yet?
Yes, it's official.
Who do I think it is? It's
so
going to be
they-
the Packers.
Let me tell you, they play the AFC West and
Raiders.
There you go. Not a bad
That's
poll there.
pretty
And
good
it's
guess.
going to be October 30th, so Ford Field will be dressed up and rocking and
Nice.
For Angels Night.
for Angels Day. Yeah, exactly.
I'll go back to Anthony's picks here. He did have the Panthers. I know that. I think they're on that paper I gave you. We had the Panthers.
The
money
Michigan
line.
Panthers.
Michigan
No,
Panthers?
although
USFL.
they were a little disappointing
I kinda
last
like
week.
Play
that.
it down at Ford Field.
They share it with the Philadelphia Liberty, maybe? I don't know who the team is. Philadelphia something.
Not the Liberty. I should know this. I watched
Is
every
that
game.
the women's team?
Might be.
Oh.
So anyway, he says take the Panthers. I agree with him actually on this. Plus 147. Looking to close it out against the Leafs.
Tomorrow night.
Yep, that's tomorrow.
I got a weird feeling the Leafs make this 7. So,
Okay.
I think that. How many times can the Maple Leafs lose?
I don't think you can put any faith in the Maple Leafs, but
They got the best player, right?
which one?
Robertson, maybe? That cat's name?
I don't know. I don't follow the hockey quite
Why'd
enough.
you ask me?
Because I wanted to know if you knew who it was, because I don't.
Austin Robertson, I believe is his name.
Okay.
Right, Jim?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
One of the
know.
best players in hockey. And
One,
then
of, one of the best.
McDonald
Connor.
on Edmonton.
Yes, that's the guy I would put my.
I mean, doesn't anybody want the Canadians to win a damn cup?
I want the
Sure.
Canadians to win a cup. I think that would be
Just
great.
seems
Not
like,
Montreal, to be specific.
Right,
Let's
but
see,
the Canadian team.
It's been a long time, right?
Been
Seems like the Leafs always seem to choke, even when they're like the favorites. You know.
That's kind of why I'm rooting for him. I say go
That's fair.
La Maple Leaf tomorrow.
I'm with you. But he also had for the Oilers, another Canadian team, Golden Knights. He said over 6.5.
Smart man.
Yeah, he's got the over on that, and then also Kraken and Stars. He is taking Kraken. That's tomorrow night, not Saturday night. So he's taking Kraken on the road.
Yeah,
Dallas.
you know, I don't know Tone Lock very much, but that's 2 out of 3.
That is 2 out of 3.
I mean, I might be a little biased. I think the Maple Leaf jersey is probably the best jersey in
Yeah, it's a
hockey,
classic.
I'm thinking
It is. It's a classic.
So he's got the Kraken tonight
tomorrow night
and tomorrow. Wait,
Kraken.
at home, right?
No, Kraken
Tonight?
Tonight.
Oh, he's going Kraken tonight.
Kraken tonight.
Oh, we got a new Kraken in the house.
Plus 160 something. It was.
yeah, that's good value. I think we talked about that earlier.
We did.
I think there's some value there.
I agree.
If I'm betting it, I'm going Crackhead, but if not, I'm not betting that game.
And if you want to play along with me, which I wouldn't advise, I have Oilers at the Knights. I pick the Knights tomorrow on the money line, plus 111. Reason being on this, I have that game at about a 50-50, and it should be actually a slight edge to Vegas. Home ice advantage. It's priced at plus 111.
So Vegas
I
is
got
the
it.
home dog tomorrow?
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
they're plus money. I figured, why not go ahead and take a little bit on that. Also,
We
let's see,
lost Trudeau again. Thanks, Jim.
tomorrow at 10 o'clock p.m., we have the Warriors of the Golden State versus the Los Angeles Lakers in Los Angeles.
We haven't not talked about this.
Okay,
What
now,
are you thinking?
here's what I did, or here's what I'm thinking.
I'm all ears.
I went,
have you ever been out to Golden State?
I've, is that the 51st state? I've been to California, but I've never been to the Golden State area. What did I do on this? Oh, Warriors money line.
Yes.
Now,
I'm down with that. That game, if that doesn't go 7, nothing's going 7. And I feel like Golden State's going to win it.
It's not a very big number, though.
it's a
Plus
small number.
116.
It's not a big state either.
It's a small number. My thinking on this is, and I'm sure this has been cleared up since we've been on the air, but with AD with that possible concussion, and I know I saw before we went on the air that there's no way that he's going to miss that game, or I don't know about that. And to be able to get the
Did you see
Warriors
the
plus
play?
money, yeah,
How do you get concussion in NBA exactly?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Did they have to cart him off?
Arm in arm.
With a wheelchair?
No, they didn't wheel
Stretcher?
him out. If you saw him leaving the stadium last night, though, he was walking slow.
I heard they took him out with a stretcher, mash style.
I miss those
Smash
days.
now?
I think didn't Wade have a concussion when they wheelchaired him out?
No, he had a shoulder. He couldn't walk though. Couldn't walk. He had to bring out the.
I miss those days.
And I'll tell you, the other thing, too, I hear is that LeBron possibly is not 100% with a left ankle injury.
Well, he's like
I don't know if there's
42.
any
You're never
trend.
100% after you hit 40.
Yeah. And typically, I wouldn't bet against the Lakers at home. However, Lakers, of course, big public team. I think they're usually overpriced anyway, so I think you can get some
what's
value
money line?
fading them. So I'd go with that. I'm
What
going
is
to do
it?
that.
What are we looking at?
Was plus one. What did I say? 115 there.
That's it?
Plus 116 for the Warriors, and right
Wow.
now,
I could not guess that.
let's
I'd have
see.
been way off.
Golden State.
I've been like 160.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem like
Seems
good.
low.
Doesn't seem like good money.
I think everybody knows that Golden State's going to win it.
Well, I'll tell you what. These numbers, or those numbers, that plus 116, that was before there was any sort of talk from any of
All right.
80s camp.
From this podcast.
Right. From I think we probably moved the market a little bit.
Sweet.
Uh,
We moved the number, folks.
right now, it's at you're looking at an average of, well, shit. You can get DraftKings plus 120. Yeah,
Move it
plus
up.
120.
All
So
right.
it moved a little bit. I think people are going to assume that he's going to be playing, and he probably is. But I figured, why not?
He's going to play.
He's going to play. Yeah, he's probably going to play. The other one I got here, it's got a little chalky parlay. Stars minus 190, Heat minus 210 gives me a total of 125. I think both of those are pretty solid picks. I don't think either one is going to shit the bed. So I'm going to go with that. Put them together. I didn't want to take the 210. I really wanted the Heat, but I wasn't about to lay $1.10 on it. So
Yeah, I like it.
I figured, why not go that route?
I'm loving these gym picks.
Yeah. I think you get that Dallas one out of the way.
Yeah.
And you can maybe hedge your bet on the latter game.
Well, Dallas is always, the NHL is always the problem.
Sure.
I mean,
Get that one done and then worry about the NBA later.
That's right.
what do you got in that Boston game over there? I see it's actually not a commercial.
Now it's tied up 73-73.
Mary.
Oh, we were right. That's our first official win, I think.
Yep. 73-73.
All three of us were down on that.
We got 11:15 left in the fourth.
That smells like 76ers win.
And I'll
all
tell you
over
what,
it. It's
we're
dripping.
still knotted up in Carolina.
We are not up. We got about 2:35 left here. 2-2.
Yeah.
Daryl's still upset because it's not a win. But
There's no tying in hockey. No tying in hockey.
Oh, Carolina just missed on taking the lead though with 2 minutes to go. Just missed it. They're still threatening though. We'll wait on that one. We'll see.
Looking like overtime.
Well, it was a bold call with 2:18 to go.
I was just hoping that you'd explain to the people at home about the NHL shootout and how those rules apply to the playoffs.
No shootout in the playoffs.
I'll tell you what, it never occurred to me, but you guys didn't write your names on these. So you just have to be honest as to which one was which. But let me get to the trivia answer. We're at an hour 13, so I don't know how much longer you guys want to go on.
No, I think we're good. This is just time flies by when you're with friends, right?
That's true.
Did we cover everything?
Covered everything? I think so.
Did I talk about the horses?
You mentioned them briefly. You want to talk Preakness?
Did I make that fat joke about myself?
You did,
Okay.
I think.
I
Yeah,
guess
you
that's
did.
a guy got the.
You said the camera added 114 pounds.
Right. See, my problem is the first version of the podcast and the second version of the podcast
it's-
they're kind of
Better
I'm
make-
confusing
yeah.
which one's which.
I was really smooth the first 15 minutes.
it was awesome.
I know.
was
I
golden.
talked about how to follow us on Twitter, right?
You did at numbguys.com.
The Numb
Or-
Guys. Yeah. Yeah, the Numb Guys.
I think in the first 15 minutes, you said this was going to end in a 2-2 tie, actually. So everybody get down on the tie.
Oh,
But
I don't.
no one got that, so we'll have to move on.
It's.
That would have been a great call. I mean, that could have been like plus 1,600 or something.
It's easy to say things, but it's a lot harder to actually make the appropriate wager. So
Well, I'm going to say, Jim, I enjoyed this Founders. That's a Michigan company, right? For everybody
that
out
is
there?
Grand Rapids, Michigan. Yes, sir.
I heard an awful rumor about Founders downtown.
Well, they're gone.
They'd be gone.
They recently closed.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
gone.
You got some
That's
issues.
too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had a lot of issues. Remember, they had some, was it making people not get minimum wage or something at some point? What the hell was that? Like people
Was
were
that the
protesting
Founders?
them.
They've been
Yeah.
trying to get off the ground there for a long time. They just messed it up every which way.
Yeah. Yep.
Rip.
That's too bad.
That is.
It
It's a
is.
cool place. All right, here's the answer to the trivia question. The Celtics won 17.
Can I bet Daryl won this?
No, I went over. I was
Oh, shit.
way
You
over.
guys both went over.
Oh shit! What is the Price is Right? I guess I win. Then, right?
I'm gonna give it to whoever had 18. Was
That's
that
me.
Was that Rich?
Oh man.
Was it that answer 16?
Hey,
17.
guess what you tell him what he won.
You get to buy beer next week.
I bought beer this week.
Hey, you get to buy it again next week.
All
That's
right.
a
Well, at
kick in
least
the
I'll have
pants.
a refrigerator stocked of shit I like. Right?
That's true.
You
That's
don't
true.
like the High Life?
I love the High Life.
Okay.
It's a champagne of beers.
You don't like the Dirty Bastard?
I like the Dirty Bastard, but I got the Dirty Blonde here too. Shout out to all Dirty Blondes.
Everywhere. All right.
Everywhere.
Speaking of, babe, I'll be home on time, like I said. And until next week, I think it's going to be Thursday, 8 o'clock. We're going to do Thursdays at 8 o'clock every week until Thursday Night Football starts. And we're going to bring it back a little bit. That way we can talk about what's happening coming up on Thursday Night Football.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, me neither.
It's, you know, today, DraftKings just dropped another 61 teams for I know it's not NFL, but college football win loss over under. So now there's 128 of the top teams in the NCAA over under available. And then Rich, what were you talking about earlier with the NFL?
Schedule release.
Yeah, tell us
Yeah.
a little about that. Tell the people at home a little bit about the.
Well, the NFL released their schedule, and I'm looking right now. I can see as a Lions season ticket holder, I was just seeing what games I could sell and make some money. So that's exciting. I'm going to guess that DraftKings, being the far superior app, will probably have over-unders for us next week, and maybe that could be a little segment we play along with. And then Daryl was quizzing me on spreads, so almost every spread will be out for next week. So we can see how I can do on that next week. I'm sure it'll be pretty good.
Rich is a prognosticator.
Not
Yeah,
sure
I'm
what
kind
that
of looking
means.
for a job in Vegas, setting lines. So, we were talking about earlier. I thought Charlie Sheen did that in 2.5 Men, but Daryl says no. So that's not unusual. So we'll have to research that. Jim, get on that.
I'll
for
get
next
on that.
week. Okay.
I'll
Thank
tell you what, I like the idea of guessing lines. There was an old show, or that's actually, I don't know if you,
What's my line?
no.
No.
Whose line is it, anyways?
No, I'll talk about it more next week. But I think what we'll do is definitely let's incorporate that because it is kind of fun.
It's fun for me. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like 80%.
Yeah,
So
be less fun for me.
maybe we'll send some swag out when we get over 25 people.
Is that
If
what
I'm
it is?
wrong.
I set the bar at 500. You're setting
Hey,
the bar
well-
at 25.
I think 25 would be kind of cool.
Okay,
It's coming out of your end, Rich.
that's right. By the
A lot of things come out of my end.
whoever
It's fine.
got the trick.
That's too far. Too
Right.
far, too soon.
All right.
They don't know you very well out
Let's
there
end
yet.
this. All right. Well, thank you for everybody for listening.
Oh, that was fun.
We'll see you guys in a week. 8 o'clock. Outro music, right?
Did
Sounds
it.
good.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.